Welcome to Wisdom to Freedom, a podcast dedicated to exploring the depths of spirituality and finding liberation from the illusions that bind us. Today, we embark on a journey to understand attachment to the body and how it brings suffering. We will also explore ways to detach from the body and discover the true essence of our being. So, let us dive deep into the profound wisdom of the spiritual masters and philosophers who have illuminated this path before us. Many ancient teachings remind us that our attachment to the body is a fundamental source of suffering. The body, while a temporary vessel for our experiences, often becomes the center of our identity and the source of our desires and fears. But why are we so attached to this physical form? The great philosopher Plato once shared a profound analogy known as the cave. Imagine a group of prisoners who have spent their entire lives chained to the walls of a dark cave. They can only see the shadows cast on the cave wall by objects passing behind them. These shadows become their reality, as they have never experienced the true forms of those objects. Similarly, we become attached to our bodies because they are the only form we have known. We identify ourselves with the physical appearance, sensations, and limitations of this mortal shell. We forget that our true nature transcends the boundaries of the body. Masters and sages throughout history have taught us the importance of detachment from the body and the profound teachings it offers. Their guidance leads us toward a deeper understanding of our true nature, liberation from suffering, and the interconnectedness of all things. Let's explore a few of their perspectives. The Buddha, the Enlightened One, once said, "Attachment is the root of all suffering." Our attachment to the body causes us to cling desperately to pleasure and resist pain, creating a constant cycle of longing and aversion. This attachment also fuels our fears of aging, disease, and death, leading us to struggle with anxiety and despair. Paramahansa Yogananda, an Indian yogi and spiritual teacher, introduced many to the teachings of yoga and meditation in the West. He said, "By detaching from the body, we learn to cultivate a deeper connection with our true essence, the divine spark within." This quote suggests that detaching from the body leads to a deeper connection with our divine essence. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen Buddhist monk, peace activist, and writer, taught us, "The body is but a temporary garment for the soul." Detachment allows us to recognize and honor the impermanence of this garment. This reminds us that the body is a temporary vessel for the soul's journey, and detaching from its limitations allows us to recognize the impermanence of physical existence. These teachers and masters have imparted profound wisdom on detachment, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of our true nature, liberation from suffering, and the interconnectedness of all things. By practicing detachment from the body, we can experience profound peace and liberation. Detachment frees us from the cycle of attachment and aversion that causes suffering. When we no longer cling to the body's desires or fear its inevitable decay, we find liberation from the pain that arises from these attachments. As we detach from the body, our awareness expands beyond its limitations. We begin to recognize ourselves as spiritual beings having a temporary physical experience. This expanded awareness allows us to tap into deeper levels of consciousness and connect with the vastness of our true selves. Detaching from the body can also help us transcend the limitations imposed by its form. We realize that our identity is not confined to the physical realm but extends beyond it. This realization empowers us to explore and embrace our limitless potential. By cultivating detachment, we create a space for deeper self-awareness, allowing us to explore and nurture the intricate relationship between our mind and body. This awareness empowers us to make conscious choices that support our overall well-being and foster a more harmonious mind-body connection. So, how can we detach from the body and find liberation? It's important to note that detachment, in this context, does not imply disdain or rejection of the physical form, but rather a shift in perspective that allows us to recognize our true nature beyond the confines of the body. Here are a few insights and practices to aid in this process. 1. Self-inquiry. Engaging in self-inquiry and asking profound questions like, who am I beyond the body? Or to whom this sensation is known? Allow time to sink into the questions. Don't try to find answers from the mind. The mind will always give you conventional answers. Allow silence to devour you. This can help us shift our identification from the physical form to the deeper essence of our being. Reflecting on our true nature and contemplating the impermanence of the body can gradually loosen our attachment to it. 2. Body scan meditation. Body scan meditation is a practice that involves systematically directing attention to different parts of the body. It helps develop a deep awareness of bodily sensations and promotes a sense of detachment from them. By gently scanning the body from head to toe or vice versa, we observe physical sensations without clinging to them or trying to change them. This practice nurtures a non-attached, curious, and accepting attitude towards the physical body. Set aside a few minutes each day to do a brief body scan. Close your eyes and slowly scan through your body, from head to toe or vice versa. Notice any areas of tension, discomfort, or relaxation without trying to change them. This practice cultivates body awareness and detachment from the physical sensations that arise. 3. Breath awareness. Paying attention to the breath is a simple yet powerful technique for cultivating detachment. By focusing on the natural flow of the breath, we anchor our attention in the present moment and create a sense of spaciousness within. The breath becomes a point of reference that allows us to detach from distracting thoughts, emotions, or physical sensations. Regular practice of breath awareness can promote a greater sense of calmness, centeredness, and detachment. Take short breath breaks throughout the day. Pause for a minute or two to focus on your breath. Observe the inhalation and exhalation without judgment or the need to control it. This practice helps detach from racing thoughts, brings you back to the present moment, and provides a sense of calm and clarity. 4. Yoga and mindful movements. Yoga asanas, or physical postures, can serve as a means to cultivate detachment. By mindfully practicing yoga postures, we develop a heightened awareness of the body's sensations, movements, and limitations. The emphasis on the breath and the present moment helps detach the mind from external distractions and encourages a focused, non-judgmental engagement with the physical body. Yoga practice can facilitate a sense of detachment by shifting the focus from achieving specific outcomes or appearances to experiencing the present moment. Try mindful movements during daily physical activities such as walking, stretching, or exercising. Bring mindfulness to the sensations and movements of your body. Notice the rhythm of your steps, the stretch of your muscles, or the sensation of your breath as you move. Engage in these activities with a sense of curiosity and non-attachment to achieving a specific result. 5. Journaling and self-reflection. Engaging in journaling and self-reflection practices can support the cultivation of detachment. By writing down our thoughts, emotions, and experiences, we create distance between ourselves and the contents of our minds. Journaling allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions from a more detached perspective, fostering self-awareness and providing insights into patterns and attachments that may be present. Self-reflection practices can help us question and examine our beliefs, identities, and attachments, promoting a sense of detachment from rigid or limiting self-constructs. Dedicate a few minutes each day to write in a journal. Reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without judgment. Explore any attachments, desires, or expectations that may arise and observe them from a detached perspective. This practice promotes self-awareness, insight, and detachment from the stories we tell ourselves. 6. Cultivating non-attachment in daily life. Detachment can be practiced beyond formal meditation or yoga sessions by consciously cultivating non-attachment in daily life. This involves observing our tendencies to grasp onto or resist experiences, desires, or outcomes. By intentionally letting go of attachments and expectations, we create space for acceptance, flow, and non-identification with the transient nature of life. Engaging in activities like decluttering, simplifying, or practicing non-attachment to specific outcomes can also support the cultivation of detachment. Notice any areas in your life where you find yourself attached to specific outcomes. It could be related to work projects, personal goals, or relationships. Practice letting go of attachment to how things should unfold and embrace a more open and accepting mindset. Focus on the process, effort, and learning rather than getting fixated on a particular outcome. Detachment from the body is a gradual and ongoing process that requires patience, self-compassion, and consistent practice. As we widen the gap between the true self and the physical body, we open ourselves to the vastness of our true nature and discover the freedom that lies beyond the confines of physical form. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Wisdom to Freedom. We hope that exploring the teachings on detachment from the body has offered you insights and inspiration on your spiritual journey. Remember, as we detach from the body, we embrace our true essence and find liberation from the suffering that arises from attachment. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, may you find peace, wisdom, and freedom on your path.